be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Um, man, you know, I'm convinced that a lot of people are just be down. They don't have no hope. Not only do they not have any hope, um, they nothing is going right for them. They don't experience the things that you see going on. Right is wrong and wrong is right, and people that you see breaking the law and still getting away with it, and it don't apply to you. Jamie, what's going on? That this is the problem. A lot of people are just beat down, man. They don't see no way out. They don't see an end to all that they're dealing with. And consequently, because they do, that's why you see a lot of people angry. A lot of people are walking around, just bitter and mad and discouraged. You don't see hope. You don't see joy. I mean, people will walk by you like you don't even exist. And this is the problem, man. We don't have any compassion for each other. We ain't got no love for each other. And Lord knows, man. Sometimes I wonder if what I'm doing is really well, this is, I'm talking about some people with God that's got God and faith, and they still struggling. These are people, these are godly people that I'm talking about. Ain't got no hope. Because they don't really see God working not only in their lives, but nowhere else. They see God. You know how many Christians right now are questioning, Lord, how come you letting all this happen? I mean, I'm seriously. These are the people that I'm talking about. They're folk with God right now committing suicide, backsliding, committing adultery, fornication, drug abuse, and born again Christians. They're not exempt. They're not exempt at all. Okay, well, see, Jamie, this is what you got to understand. Everybody's not cut from the same cloth. Because you can endure some adversity, because you can stand the heat, don't mean everybody else got the same fortitude that you got. And these are the things that we have to be conscious. Everybody's not like you. There are a lot of people right here, right now, they look like they got it going on and are in pain, hurting on the inside, miserable on the inside. But boy, when they put that mask on, it's like they got the world by the tail. And folk ain't look behind that mask and see, man, they hurting, they disappointed. And see, and you got so many people right now that have to pretend to be something that they aren't. Let me say that again. You got so many people out here right now that have to pretend to be something that they aren't, just to survive, just to be able to get by. You got to pretend that you like this. You got to pretend that you're happy. You got to pretend everything is okay. And sometimes, man, that weight get on a person's shoulder and they end up snapping. Okay? There's more than we think. It is. It really is. It really is. And see, and this you don't know right now, because there are so many people, and it ain't got bad yet. Wait till next month come. It's really gonna hit the fan, because a lot of them people that took that early buyout, they might stop next month. Their money is gonna stop next month. Then what? What you gonna do? So come this holiday season, man, you gonna see, and this is what I can tell folk. Man, you better brace yourself for the sob stories, because they getting ready to come. See, you better brace yourself for sob stories, because they coming. You gonna have people that all they do is know how to try to get out and get something for nothing. That's all they know. Get out and try to get something for nothing. And telling you a sob story to get you to drop your guard. And this is why we ain't got no trust right now among people, because too many people are manipulating folk with deeds that they think they're doing good, and it's all deception. That's why we ain't got no trust among each other now, because person wouldn't think twice about trying to deceive you to get what they want. Okay? Shit, talk to your psychiatrist. I don't look at this person talking about. Let me look this person up. This is see, this is how, this is one of the ways that people try to trick you into saying some stuff, like, I'm a good example. First, I want to look them up. I want to look them up first. Let me see. Trick you. Let me see. Let me go to your channel and see what you got. July 8th, 2025 is when Band T Productions open up this thing, and then got the nerve to come up talking about, I've been very depressed lately. Have any ideas on how to get past it? Yeah, I got some ideas. I do. I got some ideas, but I ain't sharing them with you. Yeah, I got some ideas. I sure do. Got plenty of ideas, but you can't get none of them. Are you on a train? No. One of we the people. I'm not on a train. No, I don't believe you. I think you're a joke. I think you're a joke. See, a lot of people get you to say, and they're recording. They get you to start like, and they're recording all your responses. That's how the Periscope taught me that. Periscope taught me that. Oh, you talking about you depressed? Pray. Hey, you depressed? Pray. There's the answer for you. Pray. Okay. There's your answer. Pray. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you. But hey man, that whoever that person is, they just trying to they trolling. Really. They trolling. They just trolling. That's all they doing. Don't take them serious. They trolling. They are truly troll. And see, and I'm gonna tell you, man. I mean, see, this social media ain't no joke. You get people on here talking about what they going through, what they doing, and all of this other stuff. Man, that's just some things you don't need to put on social media at all. There's some things you shouldn't even say on. Some things social media don't need to know. There are some things that you don't need to be talking about. Your personal life, then that's your business. Why are you putting it out in the street? And talking to some people that you don't know from Adam. You don't know who you talking to on this app. You don't know who. You have no idea. No idea whatsoever. Yeah, some stuff you need to keep to yourself. And you got too many people that's coming in here pouring their hearts out on their personal business. And people going to go down the road some months or some years later. Hey, wait a minute. Look what you posted. You posted this on social media. Because all they got to do, run, and you think, oh, well, how they going to know what my account is? Oh, they'll find out. They'll find out who you are. Who you are ain't no secret. You think you hiding? You come in here with all these different profile names and think you hide? Man, you ain't hiding. Somebody know who you are. Somebody know who you are. Okay? Somebody know who you are. So don't think you getting away with something. Somebody know who you are. Because every time you touch that keyboard, man, you leaving a footprint. And unfortunately, you don't know what kind of footprint you leaving, but you're leaving one. And don't think that you can get on here and talk crap on social media and not leave a footprint. You think you anonymous? You ain't anonymous on social media. You anonymous to people, but somebody know who you are. If they wanted you, I guarantee you they can come knock on your door. Say the wrong thing. If you don't think they know who you are, make a threat to somebody or the president or the vice president. Make a threat with your anonymity and see don't they come knock on your door. Make a threat. Say some wild, crazy stuff and see don't somebody come and knock on your door and you thought you was anonymous. You thought they couldn't find you. No, that's not the case. Okay? Thank you, Seth. How you been, man? I ain't seen you in a minute. Thank you. I ain't seen you in a minute. Yeah, you ain't been around a while. Am I a jihadi? I don't know. Jehudi? No, I'm not a Jew. I don't even know what that is. I'm me. Okay, I came up with a idea for a brand, and I just develop it. I just happen to look like a conductor. I can't help that. So I made it a brand. That's the only thing. Not so more when you on social media. Oh, they know everything, Jamie. Social media know everything. They know everything. Uh, could be. I could have some. I could have some Jewish blood in me. I don't know. I could. I could have. Could have. Could have. Cause I ain't no telling what's up in my tree. We all got some people up in our tree that we didn't know about. You know, a lot of these people run around here with all this hatred for other races, and that race is in their tree, and they don't even know it. Cause ain't no, there are no pure uh 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 um nobody that's in America. No, you ain't your bloodline ain't pure. Your bloodline so tainted with so many other things, man. Oh, Seth, man, thank you for that $10, Seth. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for that $10, Seth. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, brother. I really do. Thank you. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Let me go in here and thank you right now. Yep, I appreciate that, man. You the first person to give me some money tonight. May that be some more after you. may that be more after you. Thank you, man. But seriously, you know, you sit down. I notice when I'm sitting at the White House, man, how many people that come by looking like they pissed. They're unhappy. And all that negative energy, man, is only hurting you. Whatever you mad and upset about, you ain't hurting that. You hurting yourself. That negative energy is going to attack you. It ain't going to attack them. And you walking around holding on to it. You holding on to all that negativity, and all it's doing is breaking down your health, breaking down your body, and eventually it's gonna take a toll. Cause you got all this negativity that you walking around despising and hating and mad at, for what? For what? I really, for what? What you upset about? And then and the person that you upset with going on about their business. They living their life, having a good time. And you stuck mad at them. And they going on about their business. And that's just the way it is. And when you find a person like that that's stuck in that, man, you know, all you got to do is just push their button. And you'll wind them up and trot them off. And they still be mad at you, and you laughing on the inside. You know, you're not upset at all. Okay, let me see who I got up in here. Um, got Jamie. Jamie was the first one up in here today. Okay, one of We the People, Band Productions, April, Cassius. Thank you for joining me. Fly, Seth. Thank you for the $10, man. Fly say, okay. Who is that? Anil. Thank you. Alex, thank you for joining me. Ryan in New York is in the house. No. I used to drive a bus for Metro before they stole my job in 2010. And no, I don't know where Bubba at, man. I don't know where Bubba at. I haven't heard from him in a long time. Haven't heard from him in a long time. Long time. But you know, I started wearing. I am a Black History Specialist of DC, and people used to always ask me, "Are you a conductor on Amtrak?" And I would say, "No, on the Underground Railroad." And I just happen to be. See, I can take off this hat and tell you I'm Truth Conductor, and you look at me like a cow looking at a new gate. What? What? Truth Conductor? What is that? See, I got to shake my head. Okay? But now when I put this hat on, see now, and I tell you I'm the true conductor, see now you can connect the dots. Okay, I just happen to look like a conductor. That's all, and I just made it a brand. And that's for the last 5 years. That's what I've been putting out in front of people. Is this look and the name True Conductor? Okay, all right. Uh, come to Iran. I don't, I don't know if I'm ready to go to Iran right now. They having a few issues over there. Let them sort some of that confusion out. Let them sort some of that confusion out they got going on over there before I go in there and get caught up in that mess. Matter of fact, I just played Iran's national anthem this evening down. It's funny that you say that because I saw this group and I said, man, where y'all from? Iran? Okay, and I started playing their national anthem. And they looked at me like, he doing what? But they wouldn't put $1 in the bucket though. And I said, okay, but you filming. I'll take your film over $1. I like to have both. I like to have both, but since you ain't gonna give me both, I'll take your filming because you film. I don't know who you know. So somebody, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. One day, that idea of playing the national anthems in front of the White House, man, that joint gonna take off. It's gonna take off because it's a genius idea. It really is. It really is. And I'm touching some people. And I know I'm touching some people. It is. I know it is. And one day I'm gonna be too busy to go down there and do that. And whoever come behind me won't be able to fill my shoes. Cause when I leave, somebody gonna come and try to do what I'm doing, but they won't be able to do it. Okay? They won't be able to do it. So I'm like, okay, I'll take it, Lord, however long you want me to be there. But hurry up, I'm getting tired. Hurry up, I'm getting tired, man. I'm getting tired. I'm really getting tired. I need to go get my hands on my wife now. I got 6 years, man. I ain't seen my wife in 6 years. June of this year made 6 years. We got married in March of 2019. And in June of 2019, she went back to the Philippines. And we've been separated since. And honestly, for me to go through this whole immigration thing to get her here, I'd have to tell lies. And I don't want to do that. So I just keep plugging, man, until I can be truthful and honest. And believe that God said he'll restore everything that the locust, the cankerworm, the palmer worm have eaten. And I just got to believe, man, that the years that I have not, that I've been separated from my God, because it's not like I've been sitting down doing nothing. I've been doing what God asked me to do. Okay, and He got to restore it. He got to restore it. So, but I can say, if my wife was here, I wouldn't have discovered this brand. Not only would I not have discovered this brand, but I wouldn't have even gotten stop hating each other because you disagree. Because I wouldn't want to bring no attention to her. So I would have to just sit and be quiet and not say nothing out of fear of bringing attention to her. But since she ain't here, I can say what I want to say. Because you can't throw that in my face. Oh, your wife has done overstayed her visa. See, you can't say that. So that's the method to my madness. That's why I do what I do. And I just keep plugging, man. Just keep plugging away at it. And something is going to give. Something is going to give. And when it do, it's going to be pressed down, shaken together, and running over. You know, and that's how it's going to be. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And see, y'all going to know the difference, because when I go live, you're going to see, oh, he ain't in the hotel room. No, where you at? I can't, I'm waiting for that moment when I can go live and people see, oh, he ain't in that hotel room. Okay, where he at? You see, These are God's blessings. Okay. Uh, John Higgins say, why don't you just go see her? Because financially, I'm not in that position yet. That's why. I'm not in that position yet financially. Now, if I went over to the dark side, which is negative, like I could have jumped on this Let's Go Brandon bandwagon. I'd have got rich overnight, but I'm dividing people. I would have got rich overnight. So I can go negative and get rich overnight. And I refuse to do that. I refuse. I do have some principles. What's going on? Okay, that's why. But when I do go, I'll be debt free. I'm gonna be debt free when I do go. I'll be debt free. All right. Okay. I refuse. No, I don't refuse. What's going on? I don't refuse. But I do have some principles. I do have some standards. I do. And besides, I pretty much just started focusing on just getting this message out, man. Cause for this is the only time in my life that um I've come up with a universal message that'll fit anywhere in the world. Stop hating each other because you disagree. Man, that'll fit anywhere in the world. The whole world got that problem. That's why, and I learned that from being down in front of the White House. That the whole world is dealing with the same thing. So if you know you got an answer for the world, why would you let it go? Why would you quit when you got the answer for the world? Why would you let that go? And that's what I refuse to do. I refuse to let it go. No matter what I got to go through, man, I'm not letting this idea go, because I know it works. All right? I know it works. So whatever God's plan is, whatever, his will is, that's what's going to be done. That's what's going to be done. Whatever his will and plan is, man, that's what's going to be done. And I just had to ride the storm out. And for the last 2 years, that's what I've been doing, riding the storm out. And it's and I must say, I last April, I went to Ohio to watch the solar eclipse. To this day, I don't even have the words to explain what I saw. To this day, I don't have the words to explain what I saw with that eclipse. I don't have the words. And if you ever in your lifetime get the opportunity to see a total solar eclipse, man, jump on it. You'll never be the same. You'll never be the same. You'll never be the same. I'm telling you, you'll never be the same. You'll know there is a God when you see that. You'll know, man, there is a God to do with when that sun and moon get in perfect alignment. Man, it's like a light show you'll never ever experience in life. And soon as that moon move just a fraction out of alignment, it stops. And right before it comes, well, Gus, sometimes that's not easy, man. Sometimes standing up for the right thing, doing the right thing, and being that's not easy, man. Because you got so many people that want something for nothing. They'll drain you out of everything that you got for everything you got, and just walk away. Like people come up to me, can you play this? I said, listen, nobody's paying me to do this. Don't come up to me like I'm supposed to do this. No, I had a little guy from Australia yesterday come up and excuse me, but I'm getting ready to go live in a couple minutes, okay? And I'm just wondering, if you could turn off your music for 3 or 4 or 5 minutes until I get this take in. I said, are you getting paid to come down here? He said, yes, I am getting paid. I said, well, next time when you come over here to do some, when you have a request, why don't you say, hey man, I'm gonna drop this $5 or $10 in the bucket. I need to do this here. Can you hook me up? But you want something for nothing. You want me to sit here for nothing, but you getting paid. And he said, oh, well, I understand, but I didn't. Well, that's not my problem, what you came here with. That's not my problem. That's not my problem. You see? And when people, and I'm a fair guy. And if you come to me like a person and talk to me, not demanding, condescending, you know, see, you come condescending, you ain't getting nothing. And I've had people come to me condescending. Like you need to, we got people dying. There's people dying everywhere. And they ain't the only this place they ain't that ain't the only place where people are dying, where children are dying. It ain't the only place, but you want to have your way, and that's the thing. Okay, so someone said Israel. The Israel today is not the Israel in the Bible, and that's where Americans have messed up. They think the Israel today is the Israel in the Bible. Man, there's some stone cold thugs over there in Israel right now. They are some stone cold thugs. That's what they are. They're some thugs, and I ain't got no respect for them either. None whatsoever. And the only reason Netanyahu is doing the stuff that he's doing over there, because he know the minute he get out of office, he going to jail, him and his wife. So that's why they keeping this stuff going on, because he know as soon as this, if they have this war, he going to jail. He gonna go to jail. But the Bible says if you live by the sword, you're gonna die by the sword. And they killing too many innocent people, man. They killing a lot of innocent people. A lot of innocent people. And Palestine let Israel in. in 1948. Israel and see and you look at it, all of these Americans that are so loyal to, what is Israel doing for America? For us to be as loyal as what are they doing for us? Nothing. We paying pensions, we give them money, we got the military, but they ain't doing nothing for America. Man, in fact, they attacked one of our ships. They ain't doing nothing for us. What's going on, Kelly B? TC. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Trump's out. Trump been out in D.C. today. And see, I told y'all, this is a show. And now that he has been out in the city, Vance was out yesterday. Trump went out today. Watch by September, another week. Man, all this shit will be done died down. See, they done made their point, they made their show, and it'll be back to business as usual. You watch. That's how they do it in D.C. I've been here 50 years, man. I've seen this before. Ain't nothing changed. It ain't changed. If it ain't changed yet, it ain't gonna change now. And they gonna come out with a strong show of force, and then after everything died, it'll be something else. Then it'll be back to business as usual. Because a lot of people up in here, man, I saw some National Guard in McPherson Square when I went down to the White House. I said, man, I bet you this is some of the easiest money you ever made. He says, it's on the list. That's what that guy, I told him, I said, man, I bet you this is some of the easiest money you ever made. He said, it's on the list. It's on the list. They making some easy money, man, getting paid, doing nothing. They getting paid, doing nothing. It's a vacation for them, and they just getting paid. They living good and they eating good. You know, they putting them up in a hotel, they feeding them good and paying them good. And that's just the way it is. And after a while, you know, watch. Give them another week. I say by the end of this month, today is the 21st, so we got 10 more days. I think it's, let me see how many days in this month. 30. We got 9 more days. By the end of this month, that next Saturday, you watch and see. You watch and see, stuff gonna be back to business as usual. And if it ain't by next Saturday, it'll be damn close. Be damn close. Now, they messing over folk, man. They messing over people bad. They messing over folk bad. They messing over people bad. That's what they doing. That's all they doing. See, they talking about they out to get violent criminals. Man, they arresting. They going after the workers. They going after the easy targets. People that's going to work. That's who they out harassing. They ain't, you know. And if they getting guns, it's from some idiots, some young boys that think, you know, that don't want to listen, you know. But for the most part, man, most folk in D.C. know how to handle stuff like this. You know, when the stuff start going, man, they're gonna lay low. They're gonna lay low until, because it's gonna blow over. You watch what I'm telling you. It's gonna blow over. It's gonna blow over real soon. But it's, you know, in the meantime, they instilling a lot of fear of people in the city. And I see it because I see people walk down, man, especially them Africans. Man, where y'all from? Shit, they walk by me like I don't even exist. I'm like, hey, you hear me talking? Man, they keep right on scared. I said, man, I'm sitting in front of the police. What you scared of? I'm sitting in front of the police and you're still scared. Why? Because if I was some kind of threat, do you think Secret Service would let me sit here? And I ask them, you think I would be able to sit here if I was some kind of threat? And you know, but they don't believe it. They don't believe it. You know, so I just keep on doing what I'm doing, man. I just keep doing what I'm doing. And let the chips fall where they may. Because if nothing else, I did my part. I did my part. I did my part. That's one thing I can lay my head down and sleep and say, man, I did my part. Okay? I did my part. And it's in 9 days, man, it'd be back to business as usual, sir. Back to business as usual. This don't last long, man. That's just how they do in DC. It don't last long. They make this big old ruckus. I never felt unsafe. I never felt unsafe. Man, listen, man, in the late 80s and early 90s, DC was the murder capital of the world. DC was the murder capital of the world for 2-3 years consecutive. They was the murder capital of the world. DC today is a walk in the park. It really is. It's a walk in the park. But see, everybody in DC know as long as this stuff is happening to black folk, don't nobody give a damn. But the minute it start happening to white people, that's when they gonna get up in arms. And all of this is because that white boy who probably should have been minding his business, big balls, Elon Musk, got his butt kicked. Now all of a sudden we got a crime problem. Now all of a sudden, it's a crime problem. It's affecting white people. See, I just saw where today they said, hold on, I'm gonna see that you can actually carry a shotgun or a rifle. You can walk down the street in DC with a shotgun or a rifle. I ain't gonna try them. Okay? I ain't gonna try them. Not at all. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, to watch them bullets. Yeah, to watch them bullets. But right now you can carry a rifle or a shotgun. Trump said, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. So this is all for show, man. Okay? You people need to behave. It ain't no you people, man. I keep telling y'all, listen, as far as black folk are concerned, DC ain't no shit show, man. How you gonna talk about something that you don't even live here? You ain't from here. How you gonna talk about DC as a shit show? We ain't but 10 by 10 square miles. That's first. Let's just start right there. DC ain't but 10 by 10 square miles. And you gonna bring in 10,000 on top of what you already got. Remember, we got the CIA, the FBI, Homeland Security, all of the military, the Army, the Navy, the Marines, and the Air Force. Okay, we got park police. I mean, look at all of the office, the law enforcement that we got here, and now you're gonna put 5 to 10,000 more on top of that. Come on, man. Somebody just getting along. Somebody just no big. DC ain't but 10 by 10 square miles, man. That's all DC is. 10 by 10 square miles. That's it. That's as big as DC is. 10 by 10 square miles. I can walk through the I can go down there now. I ain't scared. I'm not afraid to walk in these neighborhoods. Not at all. Not at all. Brian said 187 murders in a year in a 10 mile 10 mile. That sounds like a problem to me. Really? Really? Well, what about when it was 500 and 600 a year? Who was that? Who was that? Chosen one said I should. Man, Jesse Lee Peterson is gay. Jesse Lee Peterson is gay. He gay because he always putting women down. Jesse Lee Peterson is gay. Okay. All right. I got another troll up in here, man. I need you for the interaction. I don't care. I don't care what you say. I don't care. I don't care what you say. You can come up here talking all you want. Let me see who this is. This renegade. Let me go to your channel. See what you got. You'll join October the 9th, 2006. 3 subscribers. And this is what? 2025? So you've been on YouTube 19 years, renegade. And all you got is 3 subscribers? I see why you need your soul saved. I see. Chosen one time. Man, everybody got an element of truth in them. Okay, everybody got an element of truth. Okay. Why is crime so? Well, let me tell you why crime is high in the black community. Because if they solve crime in the black community, they wouldn't need all these police officers. They wouldn't need all these judges. They wouldn't need all these lawyers. They wouldn't need all these jails. If really solve crime in the black community. Look how many people they put out of jobs. Think about that for a minute, man. If they really solve crime in the black community, you'd be putting yourself out of business. You be making yourself unemployed because they wouldn't need your services no more. That's why crime will never be solved in the black community. Because if it did, too many people would lose their jobs. You wouldn't need them. You wouldn't need all these jails if you solve crime in the black community. Okay? I'm probably old enough to be your grandfather. But that's the truth. That's why you'll never get to the root. See, that's why the educational system is so screwed up, because they know these kids out here, the only thing that they gonna do is just go to jail and be dead. But if they really solve crime in the black community, man, look how many police officers you put out of business that you make unemployed, because you wouldn't need them. You wouldn't need them. So they'll do just enough to pacify you But man, them cats about they trying to keep a job. So they but so much they gonna do. Ain't but so much they gonna do. And that's across the whole country, the whole world probably. If you really stop crime, look how many people you put out of job. And you would need all these judges and these lawyers. You wouldn't need them. Because you ain't got no crime. So the system is designed to feed itself. That's all. It's just designed to feed itself. And that's the way they set it up. I mean, that's my answer. Why crime is in the black community? Because if they did, man, too many people, if they solve crime in the black community, it's gonna put a whole lot of people out of business. A whole lot of people gonna be in an unemployment line. If they solve crime. Okay? It pays. It pays. And some of these police officers are making six figures, man. They making 100, 150, almost $200,000 a year with overtime from crime. You think they're gonna get that up? You think they're gonna get that up? No. They ain't giving that up. So they only gonna do so much. That's why when something happened, you notice all these different police cars rush to the scene because, man, they can get up now. They go into court and get some overtime. Everybody that's on the scene, man, they go into court. And some of them just be sitting there and never get called and get paid. Never get called and get paid. I'm serious. I'm saying, man, when I was at Judiciary Square, which was right across the street, I was a vendor right across the street from police headquarters. Matter of fact, the day Benny Lee Sims came and shot up, he killed two FBI agents and a police sergeant. They was really putting pressure on this kid because on a murder scene, he had vomited, and they got his DNA. They knew who he was, and they was putting pressure on him. And he snapped, and he came in there, y'all looking for me, motherfuckers, and started shooting up police headquarters. They killed him, but he killed two FBI agents and a police sergeant. Matter of fact, the Hank Daly, who they named the police headquarters after, he was one of the sergeant that got killed. Okay? John Hingman say, okay, mister, you don't break the law, you don't go to jail. It's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Look how many innocent people, man, that's caught up in jail, been locked up for something that they didn't even do. What about them? What about look how many black men that's 20 and 30 years in prison for a murder that they never committed and get free from DNA. What about them? John? What about them? What about them? That didn't do nothing and still ended up behind bars. What about them, John? Like police on and see this is what you got to realize. Man, I don't care who you are, police officer, judge, lawyer, doctor, man, you still got a personal life. And sometimes when things go bad in your life, you take it to work. There are a lot of police officers, man, under some serious financial stress. And they are here fucking up people's lives because of the stress, their own personal stress that they're under. And now you got to compound it with the problem of a job. Come on, man. Come on. See, those are the kind of things that we have to uh, be cognizant of. Okay? All right? It's always nice to come here and be able to break bread with y'all. You know, it's a lot of people. No, I wouldn't. No, no, no. I'm way past that stage now, man. See, see. For me, that's going backwards. Because I've been there and done that. There's nothing more that I ran for mayor as a vendor. I ran for mayor of DC as a street vendor. Okay, so somebody say, what is black fatigue? Black fatigue is something that's made up. Keep it separated. That's all. That's all that's designed to do is keep us separated. And notice they lump all the black folk in one category. And there's good and bad in everybody. There's good and bad in everybody. It's good and bad in everybody. How you gonna condemn a whole race based on what somebody else do? Where's the fairness in that? Where's fairness? And see, and I'm glad you brought this up because see now, because you talking about black fatigue, see, you don't want to give no black person that's doing something positive a chance. Because you lumping them into all of the other. And that's the problem. That's the problem. See, y'all lump all us together. When one person do something, everybody suffer for it in the black community. And that's just real, man. That's just how it is. That's the way America is. And I guarantee you, every time you see these mass shootings or every black person, and I sure hoping ain't nobody black. Cause they know we all gonna be pegged. We all gonna have to suffer the consequences. But you say it's black fatigue. Well, if it's so much black fatigue, why everybody trying to be like us? Why? Why everybody trying to be like us? If it's so much black fatigue. Hell, that's what I want to know. Because we must got some juice y'all ain't got. We must got some juice y'all ain't got. Let me see what I got here. Okay, I'm gonna start doing some more lives on Instagram. But let me see something. I saw I saw I saw one thing where these little Japanese girls was dancing and James Brown, okay, was dancing to James Brown. And you figure out, well, if it's black fatigue, how come they copying everything that we do? How come we have so much influence if it's black fatigue? Why is that? And more white people listen to hip hop than black folk. See, black folk gonna bootleg your shit. White people will go out and buy it, but black folk, shit, they gonna bootleg your shit. It's white folks that keep hip hop going. That's who they making the money off of. Cause black folk bootleg they shit. They ain't paying for that. It's white money that's keeping hip hop afloat. And if you listen to these, they know all of the music too. They know it. They know it. They know it. You see, so that's the way I see it. But man, you know, we got to get back to being able to trust each other. That's where the problem is. We got to get back to being able to trust each other. The good people need to come together with other good people because there's good and bad in everybody. And I fought good people for being afraid of other good people. That's who I fought, good people. And just like 5 years ago, when I started Stop Hating Each Other Because You Disagree, I was right then and I'm right now. I'm right now. But I started it 5 years ago. But you have to be able to withstand the adversity. You got to be able to withstand it in order to be successful. And that's just what I do, try to withstand the adversity. Sometimes, man, I really want to give up and quit. I ain't lying. But God has sent somebody along, somebody to come along and say something. You know, and I know it's God. I know it's God. Because at the moment that they said it, you know, it was like uplifting. Because I would be like, Lord, I'm tired of this, man. Lord, I'm tired. I'm tired. And somebody come along, man, hang in there. Don't give up. Crime is it's about the same, man. With all of these people, they are uh, uh, Nicole, they are fabricating shit. Next time I go live, I went to Anacostia Metro, and I'm gonna show y'all some of the videos that I took when I was at the subway. I got them on this phone. I'm gonna have to transfer them to this phone, but I'm gonna show you some of the videos that I took at Anacostia Metro and show you, man, they was dogging people, boy. They dogging people. They are dogging people. I mean, dogging people. They really are, man. Stepping all over folks, right? Snatching them out of cars. All kinds of shit. You know? So no, man, this is just for show. All this they doing is just for show. Just for show. I told you, by next Saturday, the end of August, man, this will be back to business as usual. Well, they saying that if you don't go into a facility in DC, they're gonna put you in jail. That's the last word I heard. That if you don't want to go into a facility, they're gonna lock you up, put you in jail. Another way for some people to make some money. That's all. Just another way for folk to make money. But in the meantime, we got money for Ukraine. We got money for Israel. But we ain't got money to help Americans. See, we treat Americans like, oh, let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. Listen to this. Ukrainian refugees paroled into the United States. Ukraine humanitarian parolees are eligible for various benefits, including cash assistance, TANF refugee cash assistance, food assistance, medical insurance, and employment services through programs like the Office of Refugee Resettlement and its state and local partners. They are entitled to cash assistance, food assistance, medical assistance, and employment services. Now, wait a minute. And housing. And housing. But Americans can't get that. Americans can't get that. In fact, they cutting out the SNAP program for Americans. Okay? And you want more money for Ukraine. You want more money for Ukraine, and they getting medical, housing, and employment and cash. And look how many Americans are struggling and suffering and can't get nothing. But we got money for them. Listen, in addition, refugees receive assistance to help with rent and basic needs. All refugees arriving in the United States are entitled to 8 months of refugee cash assistance from the date of their arrival. The RC amounts vary based on the size of the family. Single person, $230 a month. Family of 2, $360 a month. Family of 3, $485 a month. Family of 4, $611 a month. And you're getting medical and food. So that money that you getting right there, it don't your rent and your food's already taken care of, and your medical. And they still giving you some pocket change. And you got medical, you got housing, and you getting food and some pocket change. And they putting homeless people in jail. Okay? All right? Yeah. See, and I'm telling you. Ukrainians are living better in America than most Americans are. And they still want more money from us. Make it make sense. Okay? Now it's time for Americans to come first. It's time for Americans to come first. You know, Ukraine, man, if you can't make it with off what we done gave you, shit, you tough titty. Tough titty, man. You sure. It's that simple. All right? Man, let me get out of here. I'll see y'all later.